Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days battle for you today, and today thousands of Uruks march across the fords of Isen towards Edoras and the kingdom of Rohan. And here today we have a very cool fords of Isen scenario battle. So there's a few rules that I kind of want to just get over with before, as this battle starts pretty quickly. So there's 3 Rohan armies that must guard the crossing and wait for a cavalry enforcement army to arrive, which takes about 20 minutes apparently in game to arrive. If Theodred, who's like the Prince of Theoden, dies, then Rohan has to surrender. They have to admit defeat. And Isengard have 2 armies attacking this crossing, while having a third go round to the north and attack the main force from behind. And that has to wait like 5 minutes before it can do that. And then they have a final army which arrives after 25 minutes. So quite a long way to wait for that one. But yeah, this one starts pretty damn quickly. As you can see here, we already have some scouts of Rohan going in. They are clashing here with champion Reavers. So we also have Dawnless here as well. These evil men allied with Saruman against Rohan. They feel like they've been wronged over the rule of Theoden and want to get their revenge. The only mod that we're using in today's battle is the unit add-on sub-mod, which I'll leave a link for in the description. Adds a load of new units, if you hadn't guessed that already. So yeah, I think mainly Rohan gets like a load of new units. Probably I certainly know they have like a shock unit, and I think they have some better swords as well. And maybe some better melee cav. I can't remember exactly, but I think those are certainly some areas where they've been improved. And you can see, yeah, the cav here is, I mean, the scouts are getting absolutely screwed over. Now it's just the Ered of the Westfold in here trying to do some work. And we've also got, yeah, another Ered of the Westfold that's charged all the way down here. It's slowing down Isengard, I guess, in a sense, but they're just wasting a lot of good cav that could have been used proactively elsewhere. But yes, if you're enjoying the Dawnless Days action and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like or subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to send in any of your own replays or join in some of these epic scenarios, then feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description as well. And as you can see, yeah, I think the cav was just a self-sacrifice to try and slow down Isengard and Dawnless as Rohan tries to set up along this long line, as you can see here, and try and defend at like the top of this ridge line. It's a really bold place to try and hold. We'll see how it works. And we've got things like axe stains here, Erling men at arms. We've got some decent units, Erling retainers. I don't know if there are actually any unit add-on units here. Oh no, there are. There's shock. Here are the 2-handed axemen. We're kind of looking at the wrong lighting, unfortunately, so you can't really see them. Let's get a bit closer. See them a bit there. There they go. Off they go into the distance. What else do we have? Sword Thanes? Anything exciting? I don't think there is. Oh, Knights of the Golden Hall. So yeah, they're better infantry, like better sword infantry anyway. So they're basically just Knights of the House of Earl, but dismounted. Yeah, there's a cav reinforcement, and they're coming way back here. So yeah, we've got like Aemir here coming through the reinforcements. I guess it's like at the beginning of 2 Towers. You see Aemir like go and find Theodred's body. And he's all of his knights to the mark here, and he's got Ered of these Fold, Riders of Rohan. He's got a lot of like variety here and some good quality stuff. So yeah, that'll be good to see. And I think what's that, Knights of the House of Mark as well. Yeah, and Rohirrim mustard swords. Okay, so we've got some decent units there. And it looks like there's some more cav as well, reinforcements maybe over here as well. Night Riders of the Golden Hall as well. So yeah, a lot of cav available if needed. And looks like it's going to see lots of Knights House of Earl and Ered of the Eastfold here, shifting around, maybe going to try and go for an attack. But it looks like to start off with, Rohan's infantry is thriving in this melee here, taking on a lot of weaker Dawnless units to start with. I mean, we've got Bloodsworn here, and I think also like some Warband units, some tribal warriors. So yeah, they're gonna ace through these guys pretty easily. And yeah, Uruk Hai pikes, they're starting to get focused down here. Trying to do their bit. Trying to get into that front line, but I mean, obviously, these are going to be the primary target of Rohan because they don't have any archers, any pikes of their own. Even in this unit add-on, they still don't have them. So yeah, they're getting absolutely destroyed. Yeah, Yeoman and the Mark doing a good job there. We have got shock infantry with 200 axes, and they're taking on the half-orc axes here. They're going to start slicing and dicing. So it's good to be back. We're seeing, Rohan. I haven't seen them in a little while. Good to have a Rohan scenario now and again. You can see here, look at this. The Pike's keeping the Rohirrim at bay. It's just too easy. The lighting is not great, I will admit. I think we're better off looking from this direction. So yeah, where are these reinforcement armies of... so this is the reinforcement army, I think, of Isengard. So this is the one that can flank around. It only has to wait like 5 minutes. So that can come in, I guess, through the forest. And it can start to cause some havoc. It looks like the Rohan players, though, have already set up some cav to try and slow that force down. I don't know if that's really fair, to be honest. I feel like if you... these Uruks should be, like, unknown that they're coming this way, maybe. I don't know. That'll be just my opinion. Then over here, looks like we have the final reinforcement army, which is a mix of Uruks and also Dunland troops here. That's why they have the weird ring icon, because it's like a mix of evil forces, which you can do in the unit add-on. You can like have hybrid armies made up of different factions, which is pretty cool. So yes, first losses it seems on the front line. We have pikes routing and a lot of those tribal warriors starting to go. Numbers-wise, Rohan has just under 8,000, and they're taking on just over 10,000 Uruks and evil men. It seems like they've already killed off about 2,000, nearly 2,000, and lost about 1,000 themselves. So not bad going there for Rohan. See how they do here. Half-orc axes. I would imagine there's some nasty like berserk sort of units that sort of come up. But it looks like, yeah, along the line, a lot of losing units here. Uruk Hai pikes trying to support these half-orc spears. I think the pikes have come by even. Not too bad. I guess the archers can't shoot down every single pike unit. They can't be everywhere. Keep poking away, boys. Yeah, these shock infantry here of Rohan doing a lot of good work here. 200 axemen. Like support, like helping out in an area where Rohan kind of suffers, and I feel like that's the problem with these this mod in a little way. It does kind of overhaul Rohan to make it a bit too well-rounded, in my opinion. It makes the struggle a little bit less because they have better cav, like some better cav units. They also have obviously shock. That's really, really good. But we'll see. We'll see. There's a cav fight going on out here. So it looks like Rohan has had to commit cav area to these folk to try and stop this little flank that's going on here from Dunland. I think they're going to pull out a combat, which is kind of ill-advised, to be honest, when you're playing with Dawnless Days or any Attila like mod. Don't pull something out of combat because you'll lose a lot of men. But he has charged into another cav unit there. Probably has got some decent kills. But yeah, the champion Reavers here, they're tier 4. They're really good. Knights of the Marker here, they could maybe support. Maybe do the damage. This is a general though. They need to be careful not to lose this. If they lose their generals, Rohan, they could be in real trouble. Theodred is way back here. He is very safe. He is not going to be getting into the fight straight away. There is a unique model or like unique unit for him. There he is. I was going to say I can't find him, but there he is. There is Theodred, heir to the throne of Rohan. He is, looks like he's going to be safe for now. He's got plenty of reinforcements still to come up. Looks like we're seeing another wave of troops coming across, more two-handed sword, axes, sorry. We're seeing the more elite Knights of the Golden Hall here. They're going in. But yeah, it looks like as well, Isengard's also kind of running out of troops. I feel like this reinforcement army is actually already on its way. I feel like it's going to be arriving way before it needs to. Or was like planning to. So I'm guessing maybe they thought, screw it, we've got to make this a little bit more interesting. Isengard's dying off a bit quickly, which is fine. I feel like you set up a plan, but obviously you're like hoping that it's going to be like it's going to go all to plan. But I guess Rohan just kind of like obliterated forces of evil here a bit too easily. Yeah, Yeah, early men-at-arms here. They're holding on. They're not... I don't know. They might pull back these scouts or these raiders. They're not that great. The pikes are going to be more of a problem. I feel like I've seen a lack of like actual Uruk Hai infantry in these first two armies. I feel like the army over here and then also the army over there are the main sort of like Uruk armies, like Uruk Hai infantry anyway. Like these are like Dunland swords and like raiders of the Uruks as well. So yeah, not so elite, not so nasty. That Uruk Hai army that's coming through the forest really needs to get a move on as well, because I feel like the evil forces here are starting to crumble quite quickly. Like, yeah, I mean, they're kind of getting close. The Cav here, though, I feel like it's going to slow down the Uruks quite a bit. That's my only worry a little bit. And I feel like a lot of these troops here will be able to turn around, because I don't think this choke point's going to ever get contested. I think they'll break through. They won't break through, sorry. Looking at it as it is right now, I'm seeing a lot more evil forces start to break rather than Rohan forces. But yeah, this was sent in by a member of my Discord. He makes quite a few scenarios, so interesting to see how this one goes down. I'd say it's quite a good one, but we'll see. As you can see here, Wyan Storm is coming forward. This is a general now being sent forward. Isengard can lose all their generals compared to, unlike Rohan. Rohan can't afford to lose Theodred, but Isengard can send their generals in quite happily, knowing that if they die, it's not the end of the world. Apart from morale will shatter for their army. Isengard's morale is not great once the general's dead. Then again, neither's Rohan's, so both got that in common. I think there we go. The hidden troops have been revealed. And yeah, the Cav has kind of launched in from the Soul. They've actually managed to deal some decent damage to the Berserkers as well, of all units. That is brutal. We can't really see much what's going on down here. It's the downside of forest warfare. But yeah, there is Berserkers down here, and they are like light infantry. They suffer really heavily. Well, they're very light, actually. They suffer a lot when getting charged by units like Cav. So we're already down to like 50 men. If they were in the front line, I'm going to be pissed, because they should not have been in the front line. What about things like swords or the pikes, something like that, really, in the front line? Just something a little bit more expendable. Cav is starting to die. Scouts of Rohan are wavering, which is, I guess, something, but they've done some decent damage already. And the Cav is already just going to keep harassing him. Rohirrim must Boza. They're just going to keep harassing these half-orcs. I mean, these are the guys you wanted in the front line. They would absorb the charge of those scouts. But yeah, they're just busy just protecting the flank now. It looks like there is a bit of a push now taking place over on this side here. This is something. Blood Avengers are kind of, you know, scaring off these Knights of the Golden Hall, which I presume, to be honest, would have been better than them. They are like tier 4 themselves, I think. We've got a general in here. Dunland's general being cycle charged actually by a Rohirrim general as well. And then we're going to see Champion Reavers come in. Dunland might be about to lose his general here, but he might be able to... I was going to say, he might be able to get Rohan's, but no. Dunland's general is now gone. That's something. That is not good. And they might now lose the Rohirrim one as well. We'll see. But yeah, they've not made a real move yet, have this reinforcement army. So that's not great. Allies lost their general. There you go. That is the Rohirrim general here. Knights of the Mark also dead. And it actually looks like, weirdly enough, that Rohan is going to get broken through, but they're not going to have a lot left of these two initial attacking armies to attack that final stage.
Men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Yeah, the spears here starting to lose. They are getting flanked by those Wyan Stormers, but yeah, there's not a lot left. And we're actually seeing some of the Rohan troops retreat as well. So they, I guess they decided to save their losses. Try and get as many of these troops out of here. They're going to get some 200 axemen, some retainers, some of these Knights of the Golden Hall as well. Not too bad. There are going to be some unfortunate retainers here that are going to get trapped and are going to get cut down here by raiders and other Uruks. Oh, some of those rare Uruk Hai infantry that I was saying I haven't really seen many of.
Our men run from the enemy.
Yeah, and it looks like... Well, actually, they managed to rout those raiders. So now these early retainers here in a one-on-one. Probably will still lose, though. But yeah, it looks like the Uruks over here maybe have just about survived that cap charge. Half-orc axes here coming forward. They've still got, like, so... And there's a berserk unit here, yeah, down to 36. It's a shame. You got the half-orc spears here protecting the flank. I think they're just really worried about all these cav units over here, which... Honestly, I wouldn't be too worried that melee have to start with. They're also, like, medium. And they have, like, I think javies, maybe? Or throwing axes or something like that, but... Still won't be that worried. And scouts to Rohan, they'll get, like, one good charge off on you, and then after that, they're not really a problem. The Knights of the Golden Hall, though, I'm not so sure. They might be actually pretty solid as a melee cav. They might be able to get a decent charge off. They are basically just a Knights of the House of Earl with a sword instead of a spear. So, yeah, we'll see how they do. But, yeah, Isengard just needs to keep on pushing down and start threatening his flank over here. There are some sword thanes waiting. I don't like that they're, like, kind of like actually lying in waiting. In a way, I feel like if this is supposed to be a tactic, I know it's just to distract Rohan, but really they should be like, oh, they're going to be like unsuspecting. They're going to attack on the flank. You can't really set anything up to prepare against it. I feel like that'd be more fun. I think, but it's only 2 units. It's a whole army. They've got to like try and hold back. I don't think they can. Now, if I was Isengard, I'd be taking it slow. I'd be getting these crossbows up. I'd be like trying to shoot into all of the troops set up over here, especially things like shock infantry, other archers maybe. Just try and chip away at them. Same with Dunherd archers as well. I mean, you could set them up on the riverside over here. Shoot into the Thanes if you wanted to. Try to do some damage there. Try and support your ally. But yeah, really they've got to wait on this next line of attack over here, which still hasn't come forward yet. And there's a whole host of different things. We've got Dunherd Chosen. We have also got Wolf Tamers here. So yeah, some solid units that are definitely going to get some use. I'm very upset we're not seeing any Grenadiers, but that's just me. I just like seeing the Grenadiers in action. I think they're funny. I think it's hilarious to watch them like obliterate hundreds of men. Sounds awful to say, but it's great fun to just see like the huge explosions and yeah, very, very nice. But yeah, I'd say it's like 3-4 units here maybe that are decent size of like good health. Definitely not enough to really break through. Yeah, not at all. They're gonna need, like I said, that next reinforcement army just to help them over the edge. Just so for now I'd be taking it slow, biding my time. It looks like, oh, the Cavs in behind Rohirrim must have bows. Back here shooting through the forest. I really hope that the next phase of this battle is not going to be fought in the forest here. They got spears. Oh no, they got swords here in the back. Protecting. Not a bad idea having the raiders there just to protect, but I won't worry about the bows too much. They're not shooting. They're not going to be shooting anything. Well, they're going to be shooting stuff that's vulnerable. They're not going to be charging in, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, things like half-orc axes and other shock, like the berserkers, I'd maybe start thinking about throwing them in, try to break through the sword thing line pretty quickly, just so that you can then get onto the like the next phase, which is obviously going to be wrapping up the river crossing here and aiding your allies. But we'll fast forward for a little bit, just see if anything takes place. I mean, I'm literally just waiting right now on, yeah, Isengard here just to push forward, and we're waiting to see if they're going to do anything. I mean, yeah, it looks like Rohan's going to retreat his musket bows. They've got like a loose cordon around this this formation here, and I feel like Isengard's almost just sitting here waiting for its reinforcements to arrive, which might be the case, to be honest. So I'm gonna make a cut because I don't know if this Isengard army is gonna move, and I don't think Rohan's gonna make another offensive to come across here, try and retake the hill. I mean, I think they have the strength that they could, that's for sure, but maybe they just thought for roleplay. Now we've got to retreat back to this river crossing, defend here, And I have a feeling this army is not going to be getting a move on it anytime soon. Oh my god, there's so much cav actually. Champion Reavers. I mean, I guess they need it, but yeah, there's more than I thought it was going to be. Put it like that. But yeah, I'll come back in a moment once the battle has recommenced. Okay, so we are back. It actually didn't take too long until Rohan decided to be the aggressors, and they went in for an attack here on Isengard. And we are looking in this forest, which is very sad because it's really dark. It's hard to tell what's going on. You can see it, Sword Thane's going in. They're taking on half-orc spears and half-orc axes. So there's certainly lower tier stuff. Isengard saving its proper Uruks, its thoroughbred Uruks for later. Seeing even more half-orc axes and berserkers, I think, being sent in as well. Balance of power, it's 4,500 against 7,400. That's interesting. That is for sure interesting. We've seen Yona the Mark as well being sent over here. I think they're trying to shoot reserves, whether they're archers or the berserkers. Maybe pikes. I'm not really sure what they're shooting actually. Just weaker stuff, I think. Is generally the consensus. Yeah, not a lot of infantry. Well, more than I thought being engaged. I think it's just the 2 units. They're winning decisively. I mean, I guess similar sort of level. I mean, this unit is losing because it's fighting shock infantry. Yeah, this one's actually winning, making some progress here on the swords. Oh, there we go. Cav coming in. I was like, I can hear horns. And there you go. The cav being committed. I don't really know how great a charge that would be, and also it's against spears. So, I mean, it might initially start off pretty badly here for the half-orc spears, but I think they'll turn that around and start to get some kills on these Knight Riders. We'll see, though. But yeah, Rohan now attacking on all fronts here against this Isengard player. I mean, the Raiders here, they're really not going to do a lot to stop them. Iron Stormers as well. The General here, he's going to be a tough one to kill with Cav. His big shield probably protect most of his unit here. Again, what is this Uruk Hai Raider doing being baited out here? This is just asking for being murdered in a forest. These scouts of Rohan here, even though they're a cheap, poor Cav unit, they'll do the job. They'll kill that cav off. What else we got here? Busted bows. They got him for a charge. Strange. But yeah, it looks as though... I mean, it's so hard to see what's going on. Looks like they're doing a decent job. Oh, we've got a lot more infantry committed here now. We've got 200 axes going in. They're trying to go in against the spears down here. Good mix for Rohan there because shock infantry excels against spears. It's very, very well. I imagine this two-handed axeman is probably, since it's part of the unit add-on, is probably not well balanced with the main mod. I don't know. I'd be interested to see how well balanced the unit add-on units are, but I have a feeling not very well balanced. We'll see. We've got a lot of early retainers here waiting patiently. The officer's looking around. He's checking his left, checking his right, see if it's safe to go. There is a gap. I think he was going to try and go through exactly where this like dead horseman is here. Go through that, get into the archers behind maybe. Yep, there you go. In go those Rohirrim. Yeah, Orc Spears trying to block that off. I think actually might be routing. Yeah, Uruk Hai Raiders, they're routing as are the Spears. So there you go, that's a big, big gap actually opened up there as the cav and those swords will go straight on through. Yeah, very chaotic to see what's going on down here. More half-orc axes down here. It seems like the army's just made up of like raiders and half-orc axes. Again, it's this Isengard army. I feel like not a lot of Uruks being used. Maybe they're being saved for the assault on Helm's Deep. Which would make sense. This is merely a diversionary attack. And here we go. Looks like the reinforcements have basically arrived now. So we are about to see, it seems, an assault on this point over here. This will stretch Rohan and his reserves, because right now they've had to only like face one force at a time, or like, well, in this case over on this hill, it was 2 armies at a time. They all came from the same direction, so they could force all their resources in one way. Now it looks like they're going to be facing off against 2 attacks from 2 different directions. Berserkers down here are going to be racking up kills. Swinging that weird sword of theirs left and right. Taking off ankles, arms, heads, you name it. They're taking it.
The men have given up and are running for their lives.
Again, I mean, your half-orc axe is winning down here, actually. I kind of am rooting for Isengard. Rohan's done a very good job so far. Maybe too good of a job. I also am rooting for Isengard because I want to see them break through this line and then not fight in the forest anymore. My gosh, is it annoying to watch. There's a general down here engaged. Wyatt and Stormer down there. Taking on Knights of the Golden Hall. Looks like the scouts Rohan have been routed. I think that was by pikes, but I could be wrong. It's hard to tell. We'll go to like battle cameras for a moment just to see. So it looks like Rohan is slowly being defeated. He's got a couple of units left over here. Really the Cav is the ones left causing the problems. I mean, it's these Knight Riders of the Golden Hall here. They're doing a lot of damage, I think, to things like Berserkers. They're going in there. But yeah, it looks like the swords and the like the general infantry is being slowly defeated here. As Rohan's obviously now going to have to get ready for a main assault over on this side here. Which I think is going to start in the form of archers and crossbows, which is not a bad duo there. So we'll have a quick look. I think there's a crossbow unit that's starting to waver, whether that's, I think that's been focused down quite a bit. I was going to say whether that's just like from exhaustion or what, but it definitely has been shot to pieces. Actually, look at this. Rohan's giving up ground. He's going to retreat away from the fords of Isen. And the Cav has been activated back here. The cavalry reinforcements have been given the green light to go in. Aemir has arrived. He's arrived just in time to maybe save Theodred. And yeah, look at these. Wow, let's just look at this long line of Cav. It's certainly going to be able to do a serious amount of damage. Dunland or like, well, Dunland and Isengard have got a decent amount of cap themselves. Can cause some havoc. Those champion reavers are very, very good. Again, I wouldn't have bothered having like this many units blobbed up trying to take out one sword unit. It doesn't help at all. All you do is tiring your own men. Start getting these units to start pushing on to the next line of defense, which by the looks of it is going to be, well, not at the crossings, but it's like sort of by the crossings. It looks like Isengard's going to take a foothold into Rohan for now. We'll go back and we'll quickly have a look on some of these units. I literally, shows the pain I have to go through to try and find units in this forest. Hurry up, men, get out. What's the tactical map looking like? Oh yeah, everything's dead in that forest. That's good to see. If you're rooting for Isengard, it looks as though that was the reason why they retreated back here. Kind of forming a bit more of a larger arc, allowing the Uruks to cross. But it also means that they don't necessarily get easily outflanked here by the Uruks. The Cav can sort of defend the flanks if it needs to, the reinforcements, and just start smashing into them. And that might allow the this team over here, these two teammates here, to carry on the fight against all those fresh, healthy Dunland and Uruk units that are coming in. This is merely a distraction. That is probably just gonna how it's be. I think it's how it's been this whole battle. There we go. Finally, we've got dogs going in. There you go, the dogs. The Hounds of War being sent, and they're dying pretty quickly, actually, to these knights. The Golden Hall. That is not good at all. Enemies under general under attack. Oh yeah, Theodred's got him for a charge. Okay, Theodred has been charged here by the Uruk Hai archers. He needs to be careful because, like I said, if he dies, that means that their Rohan players have got to concede. Got to surrender. All they're fighting for is Prince Theodred, basically. Uruk Hai archers were routed here, but Theodred, yep, he's getting out of there safely. Only lost one singular man. Very nicely done. I really wish there's a Control F like ability so I can get rid of foliage. That would make this fight watching so much easier. Looks like, yeah, they're just going to box up, play quite defensive. I don't know what I think about that. I feel like Isengard, really good aggressive faction. I mean, they're good on defense as well. Like, units with big shields, they have pikes. And, like, crossbows and archers are pretty solid. But I feel like you don't want to allow them to keep setting up lines like this, Rohan, because it makes it much harder to attack. Really, I feel like. I mean, they've got to, I guess they've got to play defensive. They can't be too aggressive, string themselves out, because otherwise this Cav here is going to pick them apart. But still, yeah, it leaves them in a difficult dilemma, that's for sure, on what to do. Looks like Uruk Hai pikes here. They're getting shot to pieces as they try to come forward. I think these are the ones that survived the first battle. I don't think they have any reserve pikes that have come up in the new army. It looks like there's a lot of shock, a lot of swords, which is not the end of the world. They are more than enough to try and break through this thin Rohan line, which is made up of like axe thanes, sword thanes. Yeah, a lot of like cheap sort of units here. Yeah, a lot of thanes actually. They haven't got a lot of their elite troops left. A lot of those have been thrown in. The Cav is waiting behind those. So if there's a breakthrough, I guess they're going to just countercharge it. So it's going to make it difficult in that sense. So I'd be saving my ammunition really, because Rohan's basically out of ammo. I'd be saving my ammunition by now, ready for just the Cav. Save it for the Cav, and that's it. Looks like we're going to see Knights of the Golden Hall go in. They're going to just take on these Uruk Hai archers. Probably just kill them off. There you go, yeah, Uruk Hai archers, they're wavering, but they might just about get out of there in time, it seems. There are pikes over on this side, though, for Isengard. And they're having some luck. They're having some joy, poking away at these stains here. There's just nothing Rohan can do about it, apart from using ammo or being behind with like things like Cav.
The enemy has found our concealed units.
They're going to just keep poking away. There's a bit of a gap in the line here, actually, or at least it looks like there's a gap in the line. Oh no, it's not. It's just that pike unit advanced forward quite a bit. There are gaps, so I definitely feel like they can abuse down here. The Cav, I think, is trying to do that, exactly that. Again, we'll go to the strategic map so we can sort of see what's going on. Yeah, Cav charging in, going in after these Wyvern Stormers. I don't know why I can't just zoom in. But for some reason I can't. Yeah, they're trying to do some damage. Looks like the Cavs in here, trying to get that general. Wyvern Storms are fairly resistant to cavalry, especially when it's like horse archers. It's just so well armored, well shielded. Epic unit. Look at this one berserker. Just hacking and slashing away, trying to do his bit. More half-orc axes breaking, that's not good to see. And yeah, Rohan's making an aggressive push on this side here. With his elite infantry, like Knights of the Golden Hall. Yeah, all 3 units going in. And now they're fighting proper Uruks. It's going to be a much, much tougher fight than it was earlier for these guys. I feel like Rohan was trying to be aggressive to try and catch out those Uruk archers. Didn't really work, and then persisted to be aggressive, and then just charged into probably the best melee infantry unit in the game. Like, that's not sub. Yeah, they're just going to carry on fighting here, dueling it out. Really, Isengard could and should. Yeah, you can see they are flanking around actually here, causing these units to start to lose. They'll rout eventually. Dunland here, you know, just using his Dunland swords, just trying to hack them down. Recently in the Dawnless Days, like sort of live streams, they've been redoing Dunland. Dunland kind of is, yeah, I'd say it's probably the most vanilla looking. And they plan to sort of change that. I'd be interested to see what they add. I feel like Dunland could do with a pike or a polearm. Just because it's like anti-Rohan, it's like literally in the area where they fight Rohan. I would have felt like they would have designed like a pike or a polearm that can just challenge and stop the Rohirrim, but we'll see. Oh, this is not looking good. Speaking of stopping the Rohirrim, Knights of the Golden Hall charging into the back of archers and potentially threatening the pikes here. Looks like Rohan has just about won, actually. They've managed to... Have they routed everything over there? Oh my gosh, they have. Wow. So they must have got that general. Yeah, he got him down to 14. I imagine he's dead as well. And yeah, Rohan's routed everything here with like literally a couple of axe stains and some cav. The cav's like contingent is still in good in good condition as well. There's only really one army left for Isengard and Dunland. It's like this hybrid army that's on its way, and we'll see how that does. But yeah, it's not looking good for Isengard to recreate this sort of scenario. I mean, both sides did lose a lot of troops, but I feel like Isengard's lost far too many troops. Yeah, I think when these guys have been killed off, the next assault... Oh, actually, they made it a little bit tougher. They're making the area bigger, Rohan, so they can actually use their cav fairly effectively, which is not a bad idea. Looks like they're going to send forward their yeoman in the mark with a little bit of ammo left. Just go and get some kills, maybe. While units are looking the wrong way. But yeah, now that they've fallen back it allows the cav to like flank through the forest. They can... use, I think, the other side as well. They can flank there. If I was Isengard now, I'd have my pikes on the flank. And then just have my normal infantry in the center, just try and push with the infantry. And then, again, archers. You just need to use your archers against the cav. Try and weaken it, try and kill it. Because, like, these archers are, like, full ammunition. I mean, the Dunherd's chosen also really, really good. They're an Axero unit, which says a lot already, because Axero units in this mod and Javis just generally are super, super strong. So yeah, it's a bit of a hybrid in that sense. It has a couple of volleys of axes. Then they whip out this big axe that we can see here. I'm excited to see how these guys do in this fight, to be honest. They're not necessarily the most well-armored. Again, very light. But it doesn't matter because Dunland is running out of that very, very useful, very, very key ammunition. While Dunland and Isengard still have plenty in the tank. It looks like we're finally going to see the death of this Knights of the Golden Hall here, once and for all.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
And yeah, now we're kind of just waiting on the next sort of phase of the battle. So I'm just going to fast forward again as to wait, because I don't really know how long the the Dunlendings are going to take. I don't know why I had the Ottomans in my mind, but there you go. That's how my brain operates apparently. But yeah, Dunland and the Uruks, I don't know how long they're going to take. They're actually going to send forward more archers at Rohan. Sacrificial lambs, almost, these yeomen at the mark. Don't know how if I rate that one. But yeah, they're just sending them forward. They are using a little bit more ammunition. They're trying to kill this Blood Avenger general, which is already dead. He got killed off ages ago on this hill up here. So yeah, they need to just save their ammunition. Don't shoot that. Shoot something else. I mean, yeah, Blood Avengers can still be useful, but yeah, he's going to rout. There you go. Really, I feel like a bit of a waste of ammunition, but maybe they thought, it's kind of worth it. I don't know. Like I said, a Blood Avenger unit's still pretty nasty, generalist or not. But yes, we'll see how this one goes down. To be honest, if I was the Archer style, I'd start shooting at these Dunherd Marauders or the General, the Dunland as well. Where's, well, Dunland and Isengard hybrid. But yeah, it looks like neither side really wants to get into fight. Really, both sides are going to be quite cautious. I mean, it looks like it is going to be Russia to sort of start. It's going to be Rohan to start us off. I'm clearly losing it, guys. I do apologize. I'm thinking all sorts of different videos that I've recorded today, all different nations and that. Clearly. But yeah, Rohan here, they're gonna go. Maybe Russian Rohan is what we need. What would it be, like just drinking horsemen? I feel like you can't drink vodka and then try and drive a horse. Don't think that would work well. Yeah, this is easy kills here, really. I think the Dunland, they should mop these guys up. And then it's kind of like a move on to the next layer. They are shooting these Knights of the Night Riders here. It's not a bad idea. Okay, so we are basically back at where we left off. Unfortunately, the replay did crash, but yeah, we are back here. And as you can see, the river fight is getting very much underway. Some of the champion Ravens here have been beaten by Rohirrim Mustard Swords. How? I mean, the difference is like trained against elite, shock against melee. I mean, that one I can understand Dunherd Marauders maybe losing, but yeah, the champion Ravens should not be losing that fight. Not sure how they managed that there, but yeah, Rohan is throwing in everything now across this river, trying to just keep Dunland and Isengard back. They're doing their best. I really could do with killing off Theodred now. That would be a quick way and an easy way to get him like killed. I mean, yeah, these Elder Archers here, get them going, get them firing on Theodred here. You do a lot of damage. Theodred's going to charge into these Uruk Hai infantry. He's not going to get a great charge either. That's a pretty poor move there from the Rohan player. I feel like risking his general to archifize it. The archers are setting up. They need to start going, need to start firing. And start inflicting some damage onto him. The White Hand Storm is here as well. You can see trying to break through. The Elder Archers moved up. They haven't started firing yet. That's a little concerning. I mean, we've got crossers over here as well, firing as well, which is pretty good to see. That's going to help weaken those. Well, they Error of these fold. Yeah, that's pretty decent to weaken them. Prince Theodred here is getting out. He's not going to be risking it, I guess. He's seen pikes setting up, and also the Dunherd Chosen are going in. The shock here with their jabbies. They could do with some of those pikes or those like shock over here to try and even this fight out, because Rohan seems like he is schooling Dunland right now. I can slash away, boys. Try and break through. Archers are now firing. What are they firing onto? More of the cav back here. Again, I'll be trying to shoot Theodred if he comes into range. If he dares to come into range, or Aemir, just got to kill a couple of these generals just to break through. Look at this. This isn't looking good, though. Yeoman, the marks on the way for a break. There might be about to be a breakthrough here. Problem is, once they break through, the cav will be able to relentlessly charge down here and hit these swords. Really, they need pikes set up here. And yeah, look at that. Swords and also cav starting to waver and break as well. That is not good. The right flank there for Isengard is looking very good. The left flank over here, though, a little less so. They're still holding on. I mean, the cav is kind of losing, but they could do just getting out of there. They have got pikes in here now, which should also help that situation. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, exactly as I said. The infantry gets baited out for some reason, and it's now going to get charged. They should not have even just like broken formation. Just stay together. Don't isolate yourselves. Like, they're throwing in more infantry now. Pikes coming up, which is great, but they need to get them in here soon and support. But yeah, here comes the cav. keep the pikes pushing forward. They've got to just keep trying to kill those cavalrymen. The archers as well, they've been working in overtime to try and just like weaken this cav. They're doing a decent job. They're shooting Rise of Rohan and Knights of the Mark are trying to kill off right now. Yeah, they all do serious damage to them. There is a gap in the line here though. You can see this gap here that's sort of forming up. Could the Knights of the Mark go into that? They're not going to. They're going to go into the side that Dunn had chosen. Not a bad charge either. Very chaotic river battle to end this battle. And it looks like the Elder Archers should be able to just focus these guys down, just kill them off. Let's have a look, see what else is going on over here. Knights of the Mark, they're starting to beat these swords that they sent up. The pikes, like I said, they just need to get in there and just start to poke away at those cavalrymen. They'll start to drop pretty quickly. Theodred is looking like he's going to have to go in more and more. Aemer's here. Where is Theodred, actually? I haven't seen him in a little while. He's been kept well back. They've got some other cav as well that are weak. They could definitely do with being sent in first before Theodred. It's not looking good over here. The wavering troops. Got Axates and Knights of the Mark that are the only ones holding on. These pikes, once they get in amongst those Knights of the Mark, they will start to do their work there. I mean, really should pull out their cav here, should Dunland. I mean, they've got some healthy champion reavers. They pull them out and send them over to the right flank, where the cav is kind of having a bit more fun. But it looks like the cav has been scared off. Pikes and swords managing to succeed over there. We've got a guard of the Golden Hall General down here. He is about to get surrounded, it seems. That is not good. This brave spearmen, which are goddamn sexy as well. They're fighting on down here, trying to kill off these Uruks. As you can see, balance power is not looking good. 700 against 2,000. I think Isengard might just have enough that they are going to turn this one around. Rides of Rohan doing a very, very poor job of getting out of range. They need to try and get over here, try and maybe do some charges onto these units that are breaking through. That general has probably just, like, seen its, well, it's probably it for it, put it like that. It's now dead. And that actually looks like it could be a mass rout, you know. I don't think it will be, but yeah, everything in the river is now gone. The archers are nearly out of ammo. They've, like I said, been firing in overtime. I think Theodred is also just broken. He's not dead, but he's broken. There's a mass rout there. So I don't know if technically they have to surrender, does Rohan, because he is only broken. The cav here is still alive. Aemer's like got his reinforcement forces. That's all that's left. Yeah, Theodred's going to just run off the battlefield. He's going to go back and report to Theodred, and he's like, Dad, the Uruks are coming. We must rally the Rohirrim. What's left of them anyway? A lot of them here have died. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit just to see exactly what they do. I feel like the Champion Reavers are probably going to overpower these Rise of Rohan when they go in here. Yeah, Rise of Rohan shaken, but not yet stirred. And other cav units here. Actually, the Knights of the Mark winning that fight. I mean, that's against Marauders. You'd expect no less. Marauders are not that great. They're more melee cav, you know. We're going to see Aemer going in for a charge here. He's going to go for these archers, ammo, and also a cav unit. He's absolutely obliterated the archers. Very nicely done. Champion Reavers, he might also just push aside. The pikes are trying to stop these Rise of Rohan here. They just need to get their archers and javies up, try to do some work. They're going to try to descend onto Aemer here, try and kill him off. It looks like one of the cav units has routed, but the Champion Reavers here have managed to succeed. They managed to win their fight. They're now engaged, it looks like, against Knights of the House, not Knights of the House of Earl, Knights of the Mark. And I imagine if they kill this unit off, Aemer might just mass try. He's only 60, would only be 67. Surprised I haven't already thought about it. He's going to go in for one more glorious charge, I think, here. In we go. Or not. Yeah, here we go, I think. It's not a great charge. I think the units are like the models were stretched out over multiple places. There you go. Yeah, they tried, but they kind of failed. I think also another Knights of the Mark. Did that pull out of combat? It did. And it's got into all the infantry here. It was not a bad idea, but I think it was probably going to condemn them now to death. Yeah, they're starting to lose. We're going to see a charge here from the Champion Reavers. That's going to stop Aemer in his tracks as well from getting a good charge. And that might be curtains. Aemer's going to try and pull out of there, but he's going to lose men from doing it, I'm sure. Yeah, there you go. He's starting to lose. He's gonna try and charge at the pikes. It's not a good idea at all. Pikes, yeah, very much catching aim there, stopping him, and I think that is game. And the Uruks are going to be victorious here at the Fords of Isen. Theodred did get out alive, though, so there is hope for the Rohirrim cause in future battles to come. Maybe Theoden and his son Theodred will rally the Rohirrim and the rest of the Rohan people to their banner and maybe be able to push back Saruman's Uruks, but we'll have to see another time. But yeah, it was a cool Fords of Isen scenario. I really enjoyed it. It was sent in from Bulk. It's his scenario that he set up. It was a really fun one. And yeah, actually, in the end, those like unit add-on units weren't too overpowered. I mean, they were strong. I mean, some of them got some great kills. I'll have a look at them in a minute, but they didn't like make it impossible and unbeatable for impossible, yeah, like unwinnable. That's the word I'm looking for. Not unbeatable, unwinnable for the forces of evil. But anyway, yeah, there's a Rohan like army here commanded by Bulk, got 113 kills with the Theodred. Theodred general there. He's still very healthy before he ran away. 155 kills with Sword Thanes here. 176 with the Early Retainers. His Knights of the Golden Hall, 220 kills there. 179 with the Axe Thanes. 173 with the Guard of Golden Hall. 362 with the Knight Riders of the Golden Hall here. 302 with his Knights of House of Earl. And 161 kills with the Rohirrim Mustard Bows. Then we have Fjord playing as second Rohan army. His Sword Thane's getting 182 kills, 151 with the Early Retainers here, 165 with the Knights of the Golden Hall, 400 kills with these two-handed axemen here. Wow, they did very, very nice. Even his Axe Thane's 121 kills, his Yeoman of the Mark 160 kills, 305 with the Mustard Axes here, which is very good. I think this unit might be a little broken because it seemed like it was beating Champion Reavers, and it probably shouldn't have been. 208 kills with the Scouts of Rohan, though, is not too bad either. And then we have Mega Noob Toronto playing as like Aomer's reinforcement army. 103 kills with his with Aomer, and then like the rest of his cav, not too great. I mean, Heir to the Eastfold here got 175, and then his Knights of the Mark getting 159, but the rest getting like double figures, but not triple. Then we have Henry of Skalitz playing as the final Rohan army, and yeah, he got 115 kills with the Knights of the Mark general there. 265 with his two-handed axeman here, very good kills for them. His Axe Thane's getting 143, 140 kills. Erling Men at Arms, 157 kills. 173 with the Yeoman of the Mark, 205 with the Herald of the Westfold, and 128 with the Herald of the Eastfold. Then we have Ike playing as the Forces of Evil. This is like the last reinforcement army that, in the end, made the difference. 180 kills with these Dunherd Swords, 119 for the Uruk Hai infantry here, 202 with the Dunherd Chosen. 112 with the Dunherd Chosen there as well, not too shabby. And then his Champion Reavers, 137 kills. Then famous Austrian playing as the Dunlending tribes, 215 kills with his Blood Avengers here, 134 with the Dunherd Swords, 153 with the Bloodsworn. His Blood Avengers getting 210, 142 kills. Dunherd Archers getting 118, and then yeah, Cav not doing so great. Then we have Fish Go Lug playing as Isengard, 433 kills with his White Hand Storm. Was very nasty, very, very good. I don't think there really was anything that could match them on the battlefield, which is why they've done so well. 197 kills with the Uruk Hai infantry, 172 with another one, 207 with the Half-Orc axes, 130 with another one there, 295 with the Uruk Hai pikes. Wow, they did well. Never usually see these pikes do that well. 150 kills with the Uruk archers, and then Uruk Hai crossbows, 111 kills. Then we have Von Stein playing as the final Isengard army, getting 121 kills with the White Hand Stormers, 165 with the Half-Orc axes here, 155 with another one there. His pikes, 149. And then, yeah, his Archer's not doing so great in this one. His Berserker's got 140. It's not too shabby. But there you go, guys. That is today's Dawnless Days battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. And I'll see you guys in the next Dawnless Days battle. Until then, bye for now.